We're back. Follow along as we go out and do a little delivery today of some items to a customer in our pickup and drop off service we have. We got just some shop supplies for a factory. There's like come-alongs and chains and spreader bars and just kind of a mixture of things for lifting up factory equipment. So let's go. In this world of rigging, I've been in the crane industry since I was 21. Swamped on some picker trucks in Alberta in the oil patch for a couple years, and then got my ticket and moved up and was running it, and then running trucks, and then started running the company. Did that for a total of 8 years. And then that company sold, so we moved down to Vancouver, to the coast. I ran crane here for a couple years, and in that time started working with Royal Rigging a little bit on the side, selling slings out of the back of my truck and our storage locker for the crane company I was working for, and some other connections and networks, and just realized there was a big need for it, and it just started to grow from there. And then I went full-time this time last year, almost May 1st. I got moved into our shop and been doing this full-time since then. The need was, there's just a lot of construction and a lot of work. There's a lot of big projects, a lot of infrastructure with just the people and the city and the busyness. And there seemed to be a lot of just slow wait periods with the other companies because they were busy. And so it just started to show that there was room for another company down here, which it feels like there has. Well, when I first was selling slings, everybody was asking me if I have a pole tester to do rigging inspections. Everybody. So I was like, well, there must be some need for it then. It's like a kind of a tedious thing and not a lot of money in the rigging inspections, so it kind of gets pushed on the wayside, but it's so important. And a lot of these owner operators that only have one set of rigging, things like that, can't wait the 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks for it to get returned. So I did what I could, and I got an older used pole tester and started doing rigging inspections evenings and weekends while I was running crane. And it just started to take off and get busy with the quick turnaround times we were offering. So I was getting some help, and that gap has been, I think, detrimental for our business to keep those rigging recerts quick and painless and back to the operator. Not many companies offer the pickup and delivery, if any, or just slightly. I think that's a huge asset down here. It just is such an ease for people I can just show up on their sites. I've got my experience for being on site when I was running crane, so I know kind of where to go, who to talk to, things like that. I got all the right PPE, so I can pick up directly from their construction sites, drop off. Just saved a lot of time and hassle for people trying to get off work or send a guy from their busy job site to come and deliver it. And just been a very helpful add to the company. I think the favorite part is just the relationships and the connections and helping solve problems and making people's lives easier. I enjoy having the work relationships. You can learn a lot of things from other people, and you can get some good friends out of it too. It's the hours, the amount of dedication and time put into it is crazy hard to be able to stand a chance to compete against companies that have 80 employees or 20 employees. You got to put in a lot of hours to try to offset. At what point do you hire and purchase and pay people for wages, but while still trying to pay down your initial investment debts? It's quite a balance to try to navigate, so you end up just working a crazy amount of hours, which is enjoyable but can get a little bit too much sometimes. So you got to maintain and watch that. But it's kind of the edge you have to have over anybody else who's not working the weekends and evenings. So it's kind of just an edge to get our name out there even more. I think just the experience in the construction world and industry is really helpful. Then the ability to network and the knowledge in helping people that don't know really what they're doing too much, like new crane operators, things like that, or some civil construction companies that don't have a lot of rigging experience as per a crane operator does. So I think that edge is kind of nice. And then I think our age is just being a little bit younger is a little bit of an advantage, a little more up with the times. We've got a huge social media presence that a lot of people follow and enjoy and almost want to be a part of if we're selling things to them and tagging them and all kinds of things like that. I want to see how stuff's built, how their items are built. I grew up on a farm in a small little town in Alberta, so I was an only child there and had to learn hard work all the time from a very young age, trying to, we had like a bunch of horses and farmland, and that work ethic is carried into the business for sure. Sometimes maybe too much, but it's all right. I definitely appreciate the farm life for sure. Although I do enjoy living down here in Vancouver in the city and the busyness of this too. I think at this stage in life, this is what is working the best. And maybe one day we'll be back out in that quieter country. The weather's the best compared to Alberta weather. The rain doesn't bother me. I don't even find it that bad. Just the cold days, I've worked in minus 50 outside on a crane deck, just standing there all day. It's just terrible. That's cold. I like just the nature and being in the mountains. I really like just the area. And then how dense the work is. Like, you don't ever have to go much more than an hour to find to your next job, or at most. And when I go out for deliveries in the morning, I'll take 7 to 10 different stops with me and go do it all at one kind of a round trip, and I'm still back at the shop by 9 or 10. And then when you're in Alberta, you just got a lot of kilometers to log to get from job to job, and it's so vast and big and remote. Just be able to service more people. I better take this. Hello, Colton here.
It's okay. He's a little boy. Oh, he's so good boy.
We're back. Just unloaded here in Abbotsford at a new customer. First set of chains for this customer. Picked up on Friday, delivered back on Monday. They are happy. Now we're heading back to the shop to continue pumping out new orders. Hopefully getting a big order of inventory delivered today. And just keep on keeping on. On the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again.
Subscribe.
Like and subscribe, and see you next time.